Hi guys, welcome back to my channel after 7 months. I'm really sorry it took so long to make a video. A lot of stuff got in the way. I mean, I moved into a new place. I had to set up everything again. I got a new camera. And then I just kind of lost motivation for a little while, but I guess I can say that when I saw the Disney Colourpop collection, I just was like, wow, that's what I want to do. So I thought, I got a lot of new stuff since these last 7 months. I've got a lot of makeup since basically at Christmas time. I got a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of fun stuff that I'm going to do, but this was probably the first one that was like, whoa, I want to film that. I want to have 6 different little collection looks. The one that I did today was not really dramatic, but definitely, the colorway, like using red lips with, purples in my eyes. I don't wear like that. It looks a little bit more dramatic for me. But I'm going to just literally do it the way that they have the colors in the palette. So that's what I'm going to do. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to see how I got this look. Just keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm just going to be starting out with, I only have my brows on. That's the only thing I've done. I have a little bit of concealer underneath my brows, but that's it. That's why my eyes look so like dark, because I have very dark eyelids. So just for the sake of this video that's probably going to be long anyways, I went ahead and did my brows off camera. So I'm going to take my soft ochre paint pot and get rid of this darkness in my lid. So I'm just taking the soft ochre paint pot. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyes first, because obviously this collection is really all just shadows and highlighter and lipstick. So it's not like, it's going to be mainly the eyes, I guess, is what the main attraction to this collection is. And I love the highlights. But the first one I'm going to do is we are going to do Maleficent. And I asked my mom and my 2 sisters to tell me who they wanted to see first, and all 3 of them wanted Maleficent first. So in the Maleficent, the Jelly Mutt shadow is called Spindle, and it's like a purpley kind of cream shadow. So this one is gonna have to go in conjunction. I don't wanna use other brands or other colors. I wanna just use what's in this palette. So the Misunderstood palette, there's only like certain colors that you can obviously use with other colors, and obviously I'm going to use this little purpley one called Forest of Thorns. I guess that could be, to me that would be Snow White, right? So I don't know, maybe that's, I don't know who that one's for, but basically like here there's only one white, and that one's called No Spots, so obviously that's for Cruella de Vil, but I'm going to just kind of mix colors from here, because this one is not for one specific villain. You can't, if that makes sense. Like, if I wanted to use the white in one of the other villains, obviously I'm going to be using the one from Cruella de Vil. So hopefully I'm making sense. Anyways, I'm going to use this, the Forest of Thorns, but it's a very light purple. God, it doesn't even pick up on camera, the color, but anyways. And then the Jelly Mutt shadow is kind of light. So in order for me to get a deeper look, I'm gonna have to, I would have had to take a darker color, and I was thinking of doing like a cut crease kind of look, but then I was like, well, for a cut crease, I'd really need to put like a dark shadow in there and then cut it out with concealer, but I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm gonna just use, I don't know if you guys ever seen like the little pencil technique with just an eyeliner and to create like a cut crease. So it does take a little bit of time, and that's why I don't do it on a daily basis. I really like the way it looks, because I have very hooded eyes, which means like I don't have a lot of lid space here anymore. I used to, but my lids are starting to fall. So I definitely have to create more of a crease here. So I'm gonna do that off camera because it takes a little while, and maybe one day if you guys want to see it of me doing it, I can do that as just one video, because it definitely takes a lot longer, but I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. So you can see my eyes right now. You obviously saw that I put the shadow base on first. Now I'm just gonna take like a little translucent powder and just dust that over my lids, and that way it will help the pencil to kind of slide better. But take a look at my eye right now, and then I'm gonna show you, actually maybe I'll come back after one eye's done so you can see the difference. And that's just gonna differentiate from the 2 different colors, because since I'm only using two purples. I will incorporate, I think I'm gonna incorporate this color as well. This little kind of orangey color, because I love orange and purples together. And that one's called Devious, which I guess could be any of the villains, right? Anyways, I will be right back after I do that. Okay, so I'm back. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I don't have anything in there except for I kind of created like a crease, if that makes sense. Look at the difference of my eyes, if you can see. And that's just gonna differentiate from my lid to my crease. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do the other one, as it's gonna take a little while. I'm back again. So now I've got both eyes done. Basically, like I said, the only reason I did this is because normally to get a differentiate between two different colors, you know, you'd want to put a dark one in between. Well, I don't want to use a dark one because there is no dark purple in here. I definitely have lots of dark purples, but like I said, I don't want to incorporate because I want to stay true to the palette. So definitely if you want to get this look without doing the eyeliner technique, just take a dark, either a black or a dark purple, and put that in the crease along with it. Now, this purple is more of like just definitely like a pinky purple. So that's why I definitely needed something, you know, darker in between. And who knows, I haven't tried these yet. So I'm just looking at, just by knowledge of color, I'm looking at that, and it just wouldn't have done it without a darker color in between. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how this works, and I might have to put something in between. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take that Forest of Thorns color, that purpley pink. I'm gonna just take this little flat brush. It's from, I know it's from MAC, but you guys, this is from when I used to work at MAC back in like 2006 or 7. So I don't even know if this brush is made anymore because I don't even have the number on here. But anyways, I'm gonna dip that in, and I'm just gonna take it right in the crease, right where I put that, liner. And I'm just basically pushing it in to make it deeper, because this would have been a very light pinky purple if I didn't have that liner on there. So now I'm just kind of pushing it on top, and that's why I'm using a flat brush. I'm not using like a, you know, a fluffy brush to just blend it in there, because I'm trying to get it a specific shape. I'm trying to make it look like a cut crease without using concealer to cut it out. So that's why we did what we did. This collection has purples, it has blues, so obviously I want to do different looks for each one. But for this specific one, I'm very kind of allergic to red dye. I think I've said that before. So I didn't want to do this like all over my lid in case I had a reaction. So I really wanted it to stay more in the crease. So I don't get, when it gets on my eyelid, sometimes it like irritates me more when it's closer to my eyes. So I'm trying to keep it more at the top. So I don't want to just leave it like that. I want to blend out that top. So I'm going to take a really just a soft, fluffy brush. Grab the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush in J34. Just a nice soft, small brush. I'm going to dip it into that color called Devious. We're going to tap off that excess right there, and just lightly go right over the edge of that purple, so it'll transition into that really softly. I'm like, oh God, you guys, the lighting's so bad. I'm so sorry. I literally looked when I was doing that. Yeah, I can't. I have one of those vanity mirrors with the lights, but it's too far away, so I can't. I guess I can kind of look in there. But I'm basically just really lightly, like feathery strokes, getting this outside blended out. And the concealer that I had under there is kind of working like a little highlight in itself, so that's nice. So I'm just kind of softly going over that. I just love the transition of purple with like a coral color. It's very sunsetty looking to me. Can you guys see my backdrop? I actually was talking to one of my friends at work, and I was telling the video I was gonna do, and he's like, why don't you go get a villain's backdrop? And I'm like, of course I looked everywhere for it, but I didn't see it. But these do have, like this has little evil queens right in here. Oh, you can't see, it's too high. So this is Sleeping Beauty. Here's Sleeping Beauty, and it has Maleficent right here. There's the Evil Queen here with Snow White. So it's the closest I can get that would be like a fun backdrop for these Disney Villains series. So I just thought it was fun. So yeah, anyways. Okay, so there's that. Now I will take fun star of the show, which is the Jelly Much Shadow. I like to use these with your finger because a brush basically just picks it up and soaks it in, even if it's synthetic. So I like to push it on with my finger and then go over it with the brush. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's a really pretty shimmery cream shadow. And I'm just taking it right off the lid and pressing it onto my lid. And I will take a synthetic brush and just kind of go over that. And yeah, as I'm looking at it now, I kind of want a little bit more definition there. So I think I'm actually going to go back with my, I'm going to try it. I'm going to go back. Usually I just use the pencil for just definition, but I really would like to go in with a darker color. Let me just see if I go back with the pencil, if it will deepen it a little bit. I'm just going to kind of go back with that pencil, just darkening it a little bit right there. This one I'm just kind of dotting really lightly, but I just want a little bit of definition in there. And again, on a regular look, I would do like a dark purple or a black right there in that crease and just blend it out and then just put that color over it. But again, I was trying to be loyal to the palette and not have to use other colors, because I hate when you're wanting to get a look that somebody's doing and it's totally a mixture of all these different colors. So I was trying to see if I could do it like that without it. Shake. All right, well, this little brush I'm using is from Chanel. It's like this little teeny number 4 brush. It's so small, so it basically just kind of blends out the liner really easily. Now, I'm gonna put a little under my, so now I'm gonna take this color called Mongrels, and it's like a shimmery, kind of like a shimmery, but it's very creamy. It's not like a shimmer, it's more of like a cream with highlight color, and I'm just gonna go right underneath my brow. It's super creamy. Like if I was putting it on my lid, I would probably do it with my finger. It's that creamy, but under my brow, I can't use my finger. It's not enough room. So I'm just literally going right under the arch of my brow and then softly bringing it in towards the front. I'm gonna take my Mario Badescu rose, this is actually the Sage and Orange Blossom. I have like 3 different fragrances from this. It's like my favorite for hydration. Just gonna kind of, since my skin's been sitting here waiting to get moist, with moisturizer only on, now that I'm gonna start doing my face, I wanna rehydrate it a little bit. So I'm going to use, I got this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. Again, my skin is super, super dry, so when I came across this, I'm like in heaven. It's like a primer, but it's super hydrating because my skin is so dry. So I put that on. I already did my forehead because I don't know if you guys can see, and I hope you can't, but I actually just got my hair done today, so I still have dye on the top of my hairline, so I just wanted to do my hair first. So I just put foundation up there already. Okay, so I have that, and today I'm gonna use, literally you guys, this is my favorite foundation. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Foundation. I have used this before, but it's literally my favorite. It's so inexpensive, but I'm gonna tell you, it covers better than some of the high-end makeup that I have, so I definitely recommend it. Take my Luxie Round Top Blender, 532. I did get the Luxie brush set for Christmas. Santa brought it for me. I actually wanted it for a long time and I almost got it at full price. I think it's $300. But I got it for Black Friday and got it half off. It was crazy. I wanted it for so long and I got it for half off. So that was like the best buy I ever had. It's like so many brushes. Oh my God, I look crazy. Okay, so I'm just kind of beauty blending this out. This is the Real Technique sponge. Anyways, okay, so look at like just one layer. I could definitely go over that, but it's covered so well and it's not even, you know what I mean? So it's amazing. All right, so I'm going to take, this is a contour stick. It's called Matte Bronzer from Milk Makeup. And I'm just gonna go, boop. Just give myself a little bit of cheekbones there, a little bit at the top. Just a little bit on my chin because it's a little longer. And I will take my Smashbox blurring foundation brush to buff that out. Very lightly buff it. It's okay if you go a little low on it because you can. We're gonna clean it up anyways. This is just using cream contour, and I always use powder contour as well. So there's that. I got the Jouer concealer. It's really, really good. Great coverage. Oh, first let me do a little bit of, I'm going to do the Becca brightening. I've used this before, you guys have seen this. Sorry, I'm drinking a shake and it has like little seeds in there. I'm like scared I'm gonna have it in my teeth when I'm looking at you guys. So I just put this in the inner corner where I'm super dark. Right in here. Ooh, that's a little too much. And this concealer brush is also from Luxie 211. And then again, I'm gonna just kind of pat that out a little bit. How are we on time? Gotta pick up my kids from school. We're good. Okay, so that's done. The next thing is now I'll take the concealer and we're gonna do under the eyes, down the nose, up onto the forehead. And I already had concealer on the top of my brow, so I don't have to do that. And the top of the lip. So what I'm gonna do is take another Luxie brush, and this is actually a foundation brush. I use these now for concealer to like buff out my concealer. So now I'm gonna take some translucent powder, and I have the new Huda Beauty. This one is called Pound Cake. This is another thing that I've got new that I really like. But I'm always trying to find the best thing, and they all end up being the same, that it's just like I can't say like, oh my God, this one's so much better than this one. It's like, no, they all work the same to me. So anyways, I'm going to the side of my nose, kind of do a little bit of contour at the same time. And I'm just kind of going a little bit heavier under the eyes so I can do underneath my eyes with the shadow. Anyway, so I just went dark underneath there. Now I'm gonna go back with that Misunderstood palette. And this time I can take a fluffy brush because now I'm just gonna basically be dusting it under. I'm gonna take the Luxie small taper blending brush 231, very small tiny little brush, and I will take that Devious color first, and then we're just gonna like blow it down really kind of low, so it's kind of like mimicking what you have on the top. And then I'm going to take just a little bit smaller of a brush. I think I'm going to take the, what do I want? A little bit smaller of a head. So if you see the difference, This is the head that I'm using to, like, you see this is a little bit more tapered, and so it's a little harder and stiffer. This one's a little softer, so it kind of blows out the color a little lower and down, and this one will kind of keep the color a little bit more concentrated at the lash line. And that's the one I'm going to use, that Forest of Thorns, that purple color that we used at the beginning, just right under the eye. Oh, and this brush is also from Jaclyn Hill. This one is JH40. Just kind of rounding it around into there. Go back, and so now I can kind of deeply go right into that crease right there. Like I said, you can put a darker color in there if you want. I'm just trying to not do that. Okay. So next, we are going to do some contouring. I'm going to take this Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm just going to use it as a bronzer. And I got the new Morphe, it's that Glamma Bronze in Icon. So they came out with a whole bronze collection, which, yes, I did get the shadows, and I will do that one day too. That's going to be more like a summery look, so I will definitely do that. But I love this bronzer, so I'm going to do that today. And I'm just going to kind of buff it around right over where I already had the cream contour. I still have that kind of baking going on under here, so take that away in a minute. I'm going to kind of dust off the, drop that brush, I'll pick up another one, underneath the eye really quick, so I can kind of just get my face sprayed a little bit before I do my next layer of powder. So just kind of do that. And then take more of that facial spray. Just again, this is more just for hydration because my skin is super dry. So I'm going to take just a little bit of contour powder. I'm going to do my nose and just around my cheeks. I'm going to take this, I've used this before. This is the Naked Skin Shape Shifter. I'm going to use the powder side. There also is the cream side, but I'm using the powder side. And I'm going to take this little Jaclyn Hill contour brush. This is the JH05, and I'm going to dip it into the, not the darkest, but the second, because this is more of the contour, it's not bronzer. I'm going to finish just putting that to the back of the cheek. So now what I want to do is take, I don't want to take that translucent powder that I used earlier because that was actually for baking under the eye, really brighten it. So I have this Frankie Rose powder. It's a little bit more of like a peachy pink, so it's a little lighter. I'm going to take my Real Techniques sponge and go right underneath there. So it's not, it looks light, but it's not as light it would have been if you would have used that other one. So I'm just basically carving out that contour. So then I'm going to take, I got this brush either in my Ipsy Glam bag, or since I've been on here, I've joined BoxyCharm and the Boxy Luxe, and I love it. They give you so many things, but I got this in one of those. It's a really pretty little fluffy brush. I'm going to use, so I always like to match my blush color with my lips. The lip color for the Maleficent is actually like a red. Now I would never, ever in a normal life wear this color combination myself because I just don't. I would always wear, if I'm wearing a darker eye, I wear a softer lip. So, but I'm gonna just go true to the look, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that. So since it's a red, I'm gonna go ahead and use like a blush that would kind of go and kind of go along with that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use, this is Laura Geller. This is called Sunswept, and it's just like a combination, like it kind of reminds me of Warm Soul from MAC, because it's got like a combination of like reds, pinks, and all these different kind of colors. I just think this would go along nice with the red lip, so I definitely will be taking this off before I go to the school. I would never wear like a red lip and purple eye. That's like, to me, that's really weird. So I definitely, and I'm gonna go a little heavy-handed on this because I will be going over with my beauty powder. I'll go over with the Candlelight, Too Faced Candlelight powder, and I'm just gonna take the Jaclyn Hill JH07 and just go on the outsides of that. And this is just basically kind of softening that blush, which you guys have seen me do before. And then I'm gonna take, I got this little brush. It's from Real Techniques, and it's actually for eyeshadow, but I think it's so cute and small for a nose contour brush. So I'm gonna just dip into that same powder that I used on my cheekbones, and I'm gonna go right down my nose. And I'm gonna go kind of shorten the nose a little bit here. And I like to just do that little line right here, because that creates like a little button nose at the end. This JH10 brush, it's like a flat brush, and I'm almost out of this, but this is the Ben Nye White powder. It's very, very white, but I like it just to really get to the sides of my nose, just to kind of create that definition on the side of my nose and right down the center. And I'm gonna let that sit while I do my eyelashes. Looks so funny. So for my eyelashes, I'm gonna use, this one came in one of my box, I think it came in the Boxy Luxe. It's a Lily Lashes, and the color and the style is called Gaia. And I actually am ordering another pair because I love them. They're not too big. They're just like perfect. So I'm gonna use those today. So as I'm waiting for my lashes to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and do the lips. So I usually don't even do lip liner on a daily basis. I mean, I already have full lips, so I really don't have to do a liner, but I'm just gonna do it for the sake of the video. I'm gonna take this red, which I don't really wear red liner either, so I don't have a lot of lip liners. I have the NYX, the color is Hot Red, number 817. So there's the lip liner, and then the lipstick is called Maleficent. That's our stretch. Very red. So I definitely love red lipsticks, but I definitely wouldn't wear red, like I said, paired with this kind of look. But I do know, I haven't tried it on, but I did swatch these. The little gloss is like a shimmery, like just like a shimmery white. And I'm not gonna obviously put it over my lips because then it's gonna taint this little wand. So I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. It actually looks like it has a little hint of like it's like a little purpley. Wow, it actually looks like the Jelly Mutt shadow that's in my eyes. It's like a purpley pink. And then I'm gonna pick it up with a lip brush, which I have this little Luxie lip brush. And this is the 160, it's retractable, so it's nice. Like if you wanted to take it with you, you can just close it up and put it in your bag. Because I never use lip brushes either. But obviously if you want to do this kind of look and you want to carry your gloss with you, you're gonna want to use this again. Oh wow, look at that. Ooh, turned it like a pink. Ooh, that's so pretty. I'm just gonna do this in the center. Wow. Now in life, it looks like a really pretty pink. I don't, right here it looks more red, so I don't know what you guys are gonna see on camera, but super pretty pinky red with, and then adding this, gorgeous, like gorgeous. Whoa, wasn't expecting that. I love it. Definitely wouldn't wear that on a daily basis though, it's just not me, but. Okay, so I think it's time for my lashes. I'm gonna pick them up with my little lash thing. And I apologize, but I have to go into the mirror. Okay, so there's my lashes on. I'm gonna dust away this powder because it's freaking me out looking at myself like that. So I'm gonna take this little Morphe M0 brush and just kind of dust off the powder on the outside. Now you can actually add liquid liner to this. I think I'm gonna leave it blank because I want to be able to see more of the light shimmery shadow on the lid. So I'm gonna just leave it like that because I think there's enough, and I'm so sorry you guys, this is my first video in 7 months, so I totally forgot to keep looking at you in the camera. I'm looking at here, it's just easier for me to see myself. So I'm talking to myself, you guys are probably like, what the hell? But that's why, it's like a little, it's like a mindset that you have to remember to look into the camera, and I'm not this whole video, so I totally apologize. I'll remember that on my next one. Maybe I'll put a little post-it note, like, look into the camera. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it like this. And then I'm going to, what I will do is put a little bit more liner on the bottom. I'm gonna put a little liner in here, my waterline, because I wanna just deepen it just a little bit. So I will do that. Okay. And then I'm gonna take, so now that that's all off, we are gonna use another star of the show, and this is the Maleficent Mistress of All Evil Super Shock Highlight. And I mean, I totally have a highlighter this color already, and I think it's from Colourpop actually. Let me just see, it's so funny, but I mean, you know me, I can definitely use another highlighter. It's not gonna sway me. But I have this other Colourpop highlighter. It doesn't have a name on it, that's weird. But to me, it literally looks the same color. Oh well. Anyways, I'm going to take, before I do my lashes on the bottom, I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face. And I'm gonna use the Dewy Set setting spray, and this is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And it does have like shimmer inside of it. However, they're all kind of the same. They're not like that. You know, I have like the Anastasia one, I have the MAC one, I have the Iconic London one. They all do a little bit, but it's not like what you would think. So I don't want to dry it off too much because I want it to have something to stick to. So I'm going to take the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe brush, and this is the JH09, and I will take that highlighter and we will dust this on the cheekbones. Pretty, very pretty. And down the nose, on the tip of the nose. I usually would go over my lips, but I already have that lipstick on, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so there's that. I'm looking at myself now, and I notice that I do have to add more to my brows. They're a little bit lighter than I want. So I'm gonna take, all I had in there right now was a pencil. And you guys have seen me use this a trillion times. So right now I just had a pencil. Now I'm gonna go back with my Wet n Wild ash brown powder and just kind of go over, and it just kind of fills in the little, the pencil gave me the shape that I wanted, but now I just want to deepen that. Especially when you have a lot in your eye, you definitely don't want your brows to be all skimpy. So I'm definitely going back with that. Another thing I'm going to do, I got this cool iconic London that cushy little brow, what is it called? Sculpt and Brow cushion, yeah, eyebrow cushion. So it's the little, there's like cream inside there, you push it. Well, I definitely don't want it for my whole brow, but I love it for underneath. So I'm going to take my MAC 208 and I'm going to just dip it into the brown side. And then I'm even going to tap it off onto my towel so it's not too much, and just trace underneath. And this will be kind of like if you, sometimes people wet their powder shadow and go underneath just to create that little harsher line. And that's just to give a little bit more definition because I have such a stronger look. I would never do this on a daily basis again. This is just if you want for more, you know, more dramatic. So I'm just kind of doing it like that. Bring it up and soft. Okay. So I think the last step is my bottom lashes, and I'm gonna go ahead and take my MAC Giga Black Extended Play, tiny little wand, put that in there. And there we are. Okay, so I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna go fix my hair and I will be right back. I actually had just got my hair done, like I said, so I've been doing like the balayage, which I really, really like. And it's shorter than you guys saw before, so yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys like this video. Like I said, I'm not sure how the quality of the color is gonna look, but I'll definitely look into that if this one's horrible, but I just cannot. I needed to start somewhere again because it's just getting too crazy that I've gone 7 months without a video, and I just wanted to put something up. So hopefully it turns out good, but I really hope you guys like this video, and I will come back. Why don't you guys put in the comments who you want to see next. There's, oh, yeah. Let's look at my little thing right here. So there is, so there's Ursula. We have the Evil Queen. We have Hades, which is funny. I didn't know who Hades was. I had to ask my sister, and she's like, oh, he's from Hercules. I had no idea. And then Cruella de Vil. Oh, and I also Dr. Facilier. He's from one of my favorites, Princess and the Frog. So yeah. Anyways, let me know in the comments who you'd want to see. Otherwise, I'll just pick one out. And I will do that next week. Okay, so I'll try to do one a week if I can. So, however, I gotta edit this one first, so we'll see how long that takes to edit this. Okay, guys, thank you so much.